A tribute to Jennifer Lopez, mother, actress, and singer. The biggest Latin star in Hollywood, Jennifer Lopez has always proven herself as a triple threat and contributed a lot to Latin culture while being a role model.
You know, a lot of people were like, why are you like putting it out there, your age and everything? I was like, well, why not?
What's the alternative?
One of the most prolific artists of the 1990s has been Jennifer Lopez. Lopez is a triple threat in Hollywood and has been considered the biggest Latin star for the majority of her career. Her inspiring personality, her hit movies, and her amazing music all add to her public persona. Unfortunately, her career hasn't been without setbacks, many due to negative media attention. She's been in the spotlight most of her life, including when she had children and had public divorces.
You know, at the end of the day, the thing I've learned over the years is that you really have to just, nobody knows what's right for you but you.
It can't be easy, but she perseveres nonetheless. She's a model for young women everywhere, for Latin audiences, and one of the best stars still working today. Early life and career. Jennifer Lopez was born in the Bronx in New York. Her parents were immigrants from Puerto Rico, and she was raised in a strict Catholic household. She attended Catholic school her entire life, even going to an all-girls school for high school.
Women don't get written off at a certain time, or you don't keep getting better. Like, those things are happening.
Yeah.
She's the middle child and has two sisters. Her love of dance began in school, and it later transitioned to her career when she enrolled in Manhattan's Phil Black dance studio. While her parents disapproved of her decision to pursue music, she would later prove them wrong to doubt her. Her first professional job came in 1989, where she toured Europe with a musical show. When she came back to America, she had a role for New Kids on the Block's performance at the 1991 American Music Awards.
It's time to get busy, y'all. New Kids on the Block.
Afterwards, she would travel around America and participate in regional performances of musicals. Her biggest role came when she became a fly girl on the sketch In Living Color. Then, she acted in 1994's South Central, her first big acting role. For her first role in a feature film, Lopez received a nomination for Best Supporting Actress at the Independent Spirit Awards.
It was an amazing night. It really was, and I love, that people responded to it the way they did.
Later, Lopez ventured into music and released her debut album, On the 6th, in 1999. She was one of the biggest people who propelled Latin pop music in America. With her second album, J-Lo, and the release of The Wedding Planner at the same time, Lopez became the first woman to have a #1 album and movie at the same time. While her early success was inspiring, her career wasn't without hardship.
Why? Because he's nothing. Because I love a challenge. And because I'm a goddamn professional!
Stumbling moments. For Jennifer Lopez, the late 2000s were a much harder time. Her films weren't doing as well as before, and she switched back and forth from doing a hiatus and working. Her sixth album, released in 2007, marked her lowest charting album. In 2008, she went on hiatus again after she gave birth to twins. Around a year and a half later, she released 2 singles for her 7th album, Love, but both failed to chart.
The relationships in my life and what I thought love was, you know what I mean? So it changed me and it did save me.
This setback led her to depart from Epic Records and join a new record label. Other hardships she experienced had to do with the media and her relationships. Ever since she started in the industry, Lopez has had a lot of media attention on her. Her romance with actor Ben Affleck has been one of the biggest Hollywood it couples, and when they got back together in 2021, the world went crazy.
Jennifer recently rekindled their romance 17 years after their split in 2004.
I think we had chemistry as actors.
She also had a public relationship with Alex Rodriguez and Mark Anthony, the latter whom she shares children with. It's hard enough to grow up in the world, and it's even harder when your every move is being scrutinized. Especially after her public breakups or divorces, the media has unfortunately been ruthless to her. Women need to stop being blamed for the actions of men or being forced to bear the brunt of negative attention.
This is nothing like to be ashamed of. Like, women don't get written off at a certain time, or you don't keep getting better. Like,
Lopez is an example of the toxic media relationship with celebrities and how it needs to change. Resurgence and now. After leaving Epic Records, Lopez joined Island Records and released her 7th album, Love, in 2011. Its lead single, On the Floor, became one of the most successful singles of that year and marked her comeback. In the same year, Lopez joined American Idol as a judge, appealing to Latin audiences as well as giving her a platform once more.
She has just been named the world's most beautiful woman by People magazine.
She released her 14th fragrance that year and partnered with L'Oréal Paris, and the ads debuted in early 2011 to help her album. Her 15th fragrance, Love and Light, was the most successful one yet. It made over $2.9 million and was a global success. Over the course of 2011, Lopez was hard at work and created a clothing line, furniture collection, and promoted Fiat cars.
Here, this is my world.
Lopez was officially back, and the momentum didn't stop there. 2012 and 2013 saw more films being released after Lopez had returned to the silver screen in 2011 after 3 years away. One of the most popular films of that time was Ice Age Continental Drift and became her highest opening weekend figure. Lopez had found her footing again and was surging ahead.
you okay? Your friends can't tell us apart. They're just a bunch of animals.
Stepping into other roles. While Lopez is mainly known as a triple threat, a dancer, singer, and actress, she began to venture into other roles. She became the chief creative officer of Nuvo TV and then an executive producer on the show The Fosters. The Fosters follows a same-sex couple as they raise a family, and Lopez wanted to do more for the LGBTQ+ representation, so she signed on.
The old concept of this ideal family is no longer what our generation is about.
In 2014, she became a New York Times bestseller after she released her book, True Love. The period of 2014 to 2018 was a busy time of work, where she was in multiple films, shows, and created a lot of clothing. Some of the biggest successes from that time included Ice Age Collision Course, Second Act, and her show World of Dance. It wasn't until 2019 that Lopez made the biggest impact of her acting career with the film Hustlers.
Okay, I'll send it right now. Come on, give it to me. I'll turn around, you know what they want.
Hustlers was a movie that Lopez starred in as well as an executive producer. It follows the lives of strippers as they steal money from Wall Street bankers and is a story of sisterhood, friendship, and morality. The film is widely considered Lopez's best acting role, and it was praised highly for her character and her talent. The film grossed over $100 million in North America alone and garnered nominations for Lopez for Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Globe Awards, Screen Actors Guild Awards, and more.
You gotta start thinking like these Wall Street guys. You see what they did to this country? They stole from everybody.
In the same year, she headlined the Super Bowl. Jennifer Lopez is a triple threat, and though she came into the spotlight over 20 years ago, she's still extremely relevant. She's been an inspiration for Latin audiences, an example of perseverance, and a role model for parents and women everywhere. Without a doubt, Lopez deserves all the success she's had and more.